Let me ask you something honest. How many people do you know who are working hard every single month and still have nothing to show for it? Not because they don't earn money, but because before the money even lands, it's already gone. Loan app repayments, bank loan installments, borrowing from one place to another. This is the debt trap, and it is quietly keeping millions of Nigerians from building any real wealth. Today, I want to talk about it honestly, how it happens, why it's so dangerous, and what I personally did to get out of it with the help of my community. Because there is a way out, and it doesn't require a miracle, just a smart decision. I am Victoria Abioye, Money, Mindset, and Life. Let's get into it. The debt trap rarely starts with a bad decision. It usually starts with a necessary one. School fees, rent, a medical bill, something you genuinely needed and didn't have the cash for in that moment. So you downloaded a app loan, or you took a bank loan, or you borrowed from someone. And at first, it worked. The money came, the problem was solved. But then repayment started. And here is where it gets dangerous. In Nigeria, loan app interest rates can be extraordinarily high. The CBN has been increasing interest rates consistently, which means bank loans are also getting more expensive. So you are prepaying more than you borrowed every month. And if you miss a payment, the interest compounds. The debt grows, and suddenly you need to borrow again, just to pay off what you already owed. That is the cycle. Borrow to pay to borrow, month after month after month. And while you are in that cycle, you cannot invest, you cannot save, you cannot build anything. Every naira you earn is already spoken for. I want to talk specifically about loan apps because they have become a real crisis in Nigeria. Some of these apps are legitimate and regulated, but many are predatory. Charges interest rates that make it nearly impossible to ever fully pay off what you owe. And some of them use tactics that are frankly illegal. Contacting your family, your employer, your entire phone contact list to shame you publicly if you miss a payment. If that has ever happened to you, I want you to know that it is not your fault. And there are organizations in Nigeria like FCCPC, the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission. They are actively cracking down all these illegal practices. You have a right, and you should know them. But the best protection is never getting into that trap in the first place, or getting out as fast as possible if you are already in it. Let me tell you what I did. While I attended Decagon Institute, my training school for software engineering, the program was very expensive. Decagon helped students access a loan from the bank to cover the training costs with the plan to pay back monthly once you started working. I took that loan, and when I started working and repayment began, I quickly realized something. The CBN kept increasing interest rates. My monthly repayment was growing, and the longer I took to pay it off, the more expensive it was becoming. I knew I needed to pay it off fast, but I couldn't do it alone. So I looked around my circle, fellow developers from my training, people I trusted, people with the same situation, and I said, what if we do this together? We formed a group. Every month, each person contributed a fixed amount, and every month one person on the team received the entire pool of money and used it to pay off a chunk of their debts. We rotated month by month, and 6 months later, every single person on that group had paid off their bank loan. In Nigeria, we call this Abioye or Esusu, a communal saving system that has existed for generations. We just applied it to debt elimination. And here is the beautiful part, the group still exists today. But now, instead of paying off debts, we save money for investments and other goals. We turned a debt elimination tool into a wealth building tool. That is the power of community. So what can you actually do? Whether you are trying to avoid the trap or trying to get out of this right now. 1. Stop borrowing to pay off debts. This is the most important thing I can tell you. Using one loan app to pay another is not a solution. It is a deeper hole. Let the debt sit if you have to. Communicate a realistic payment plan with your lender, but do not compound the problem with more debt. 2. Find your people. The Agile system works. Find 4, 5, 6 people you trust, colleagues, friends, family members who are also carrying debt or trying to save. Pool your money monthly. Rotate who receives the fund. It works. I am living proof. 3. Attract the most expensive debt first. Look at your debt. Find the one with the highest interest rate. Put every extra naira you have towards that one first. Once it's gone, move to the next one. That is called the avalanche method, and it saves you the most money over time. 4. Build an emergency fund before investing. I talk about investing on this channel, but if you are in debt, your first goal is not investing. It is eliminating high interest debts and building a small emergency cushion, even if it's 50,000 naira, so that the next unexpected expense don't send you back to a loan app. 5. Know your rights. If a loan app is harassing you, contacting your family or employer, or charging illegal interest rates, report them to FCCPC. You are protected by Nigeria law. Use that protection. The debt trap is real. It is keeping hardworking Nigerians from building the wealth they deserve, but it is not a life sentence. I took a bank loan to fund my education, I organized a community savings group with my friends, and 6 months later, we are free. The same group now pulls money for investment. The same discipline that gets you out of debt is the same discipline that builds wealth. They are the same muscle. You just point it in the different direction. Drop a comment below. Have you ever been caught in a debt cycle? Or do you know someone who has? What helped and what didn't? Let's have this conversation openly. Share this video. There is someone on your WhatsApp right now who needs to hear this today. Subscribe if you haven't already. Follow me at the Victoria Abioye everywhere. I'll see you in the next video. Let's keep building together.